Beauty smile. Hello, welcome to Dr. Feel Good Inside Out Talk Time. Sorry for the late start. But there we go. Welcome. This is Dr. Philgood. Irene, sorry for the late start. Oh, Venus, we're so sorry. Yeah, we can dance. We can dance. Trust in God who never fails. Yeah, welcome once again to Dr. Feel Good Inside Out Talk Time. In fact, we can't enjoy the music for long because we started late, and we are going to start off right away. Irene, welcome. You're welcome. Venus, all the way from UK. How are you today, my darling? I'm glad to have you all. We are so sorry for the late start. Technical issues, we are trying to handle some of these issues. We are not too much Android time. Oh yeah. So today we are going to talk about parenting. This is a part 2. Remember, we did part 1 last time, and today we're going to talk about part 2 of parenting. We still have the same guest. I hope you did enjoy her last week, despite the technical issues we had. But it was so wonderful because I've never had so many shares, live shares. We had 64 live shares of that video. So it means people really enjoyed it. And this is a topic that everybody wants to know what to do. Where did we go wrong that our kids are behaving in some particular way? Why are other people's kids so good, so nice in their behavior, and our own kids are like this? Or we, the young ones, how are we going to do to bring up our kids in a decent way? Just like the Bible says, the way you bring up your kid, that's how the kids will be in future. So we are going to continue on parenting. There's one thing our speaker said last week, which was very, very interesting. She said God didn't create kids. God created adults. God created adults. And we now have to produce and bring up these kids to become like us adults. So it's so much work. We don't take it for granted at all, because some of us, if we had to wind back the time, we may have done things a bit different. Like me, there are certain things that I know today that if I had known it then, perhaps I would have brought up the kids in a different way, modified certain ways, the type of things I did, especially when it comes to communication skills. You know, so it's very, very important for us to understand all this. Please like, love, share, invite somebody. We're just going straight into the topic. We are not going to drag too much. We just have to start it. For sure, we'll not finish at 5. We may stretch to 5:15, to 5:15. And another thing she said last week was that a child is like a new shoot, you know, a baby plant, a new shoot that follows the direction of light. And if you, the parent, you are not a light to your child, then the child will follow the light of his peers, his age mates, group, you know, and they'll start dancing to that direction. And that may be really terrible, because most often the advice they get from their peers is most often the negative one. And today we are here to bring up children the right way, you know, the right way by being the good parents we are. If we are being blessed with children, I mean, we need to know how to bring them up. So I'll not take too much of your time. I just have to bring again our guest and reintroduce her. Remember last time I said she's none other but Mrs. Kiani Helen. Kiani Helen, somebody I've known for more than 30 years. She was my classmate, right, from Form 1 to Upper C. And then in the university, although she was in another department, but we're all there. We're all in Yaoundé. So it's somebody I've known so well. And I'm telling you, she's so special in so many ways. Soft-spoken, but when it comes to certain things, she's very, very serious. And we always used to take her so seriously. And Helen, as of now, she's an educationist. She works at the regional delegation of education. She's been a classroom teacher for about almost 30 years. So you imagine how many children have passed through her hands. She's got to mold them, teach them, caution them, you know, even learn from them too, because we also have to learn from our kids. So that's the type of guest I have for you today. And without waiting long, let me bring to you our guest. Oh, there she is, Madam Kiani Helen. Yeah, can we just clap? Can we just clap for her, for those who are connected? I know probably some people got discouraged and said, Dr. Feelgood will not come up today. Just inform them. Let them know Dr. Feelgood is around. So, Mrs. Kiani Helen, looking so beautiful as usual. I'm so glad to have you still on this platform today. You know, last weekend we had to take a break because I had another exciting event with Feel Good Inside Out by the beach in Limbe, and there was no way I can handle the two. Please, I'm sorry, because it's usually so sweet to just continue. I had to give you a whole 2 weeks break, but I'm glad you accepted to come on again today. And you're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Feelgood Inside Out. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate all our viewers. And I pray, God, that the waves will give us the chance today to talk to the end. We are going to go.
In fact, that has been my prayer for days today. You know, that today, yes, please, this network thing, should just allow us do it and do it well, the way we want to do it. Yes.
The chance to drag the end.
Mrs. Kiani, I just want you to give a very brief summary. You know, today we have new people joining us. These people didn't follow us last week. But you know, when it comes to parenting, and any way you meet us, you still gain something from it. But if you can just give a very brief summary of what we said last week, or, you know, that introductory things we said before we pass on to what we have to discuss today.
Okay, thank you so much. In your introduction, you brought out almost all the salient points that we mentioned. We started off by saying that parenting, we have to define it. It's just the simple act of raising up a baby, a child, in fact, from pregnancy up to when it becomes an adult, that you graduate, a relevant adult, that you graduate to the society.
Not an irrelevant one, a very relevant adult.
A relevant adult, a relevant person into the society, who will fit and be of use to the family, to you, and to the society at large. And then we say parenting actually is not limited to the act of the children. Biological act of a baby.
Children.
It is the child that passes through your womb, you parent, the child who passes through your home, you parent, and the one who passes through your hand. As a teacher, I had to add that one, because I see that those who pass through your hands are equally your children. and you have to do a lot of parenting on them. And briefly, we say that a child is that young person, that young treasured person that God created and then gave to you to pass through your womb to bring up to the society. And we know that God did not create babies. At creation, he had only Adam and Eve, full, mature Adam and Eve.
Full-blown adults. That was very interesting. Yes.
God wanted adults to know where they are going to so that they can know how to handle the young ones. Of course, as the Bible says, a blind man cannot lead another one. If you don't know where you are heading to, you cannot fool another. So, as God created man and then gives us this privilege to be parents, it's a privilege, because not everybody has that opportunity.
That gift.
As God has given you the privilege to bring up a child or children, they hang around you like young shoots, a young plant, looking for the way of the light to come up. So you are the first human being that child knows. You have to determine so much in the child's life. In fact, every parent is a life coach. Every parent is an unconscious life coach. You may not know.
Yes. And I remember very well last 2 weeks, we insisted a lot on parents being role model to their kids, because you cannot want your child to be decent, honest, a child full of patience, love, unselfishness. I mean, and then you, the parent, you are doing the opposite. You are in Douala, your phone rings, you answer the phone and tell the person, oh no, I'm in Yaoundé, I'm coming back tomorrow. And you are sitting right next to your child and you are telling, lies. Like that. Tomorrow when the child also starts telling, so why this child lies too much? Where did he start? So I remember we talked a lot about that, being that role model to your children. Make them who you want them to be.
The child.
Yeah, copy. Yes. Copy work, yes. Monkey see, monkey do.
That all. What a parent should know, every parent should know is that every child is your product. A child who passes through you is intended to be a better version of yourself. You should bring up a better version of yourself. Yes, and that child is a blank sheet that God has given to you. Don't allow somebody to write the first mark on your child. Yes, because the child is like a blank sheet. And every parent should understand that children learn through imitation and observation. Parents who do a lot of makeup, mothers who do a lot of makeup will remember that you never teach your little girl or little boy, but you see the people
and paint her whole face with lipstick.
Because they used to see you take it to the face. They take it to the face, they don't know exactly what to do.
The eye, so the nose, everywhere.
They learn by observation and imitation. Unconsciously. So whatever you are doing, know that your child will do it. Therefore, the formative years of the child actually define the activities of that child. The formative years of the child, the activities and the environment determine what the child should be. The activities
the environment is very important, and that's why I always tell parents the environment where you live, where you bring up a child matters a lot. If you go and bring up a child inside a camp where the funny things happen there, I'm telling you, it's a monkey see, monkey do type of life. What the child sees to her or him, that's ideal, because if dad can do like this or mom can do like this, then that's a norm. That's what is normal. Let me just go on. Yes, block.
We following.
That's right. Yes.
So, then as parents, we should also know that inside every child is a unique person. It's a unique person that God has created. But in order that that unique individual comes out, the individual copies from the environment and from the immediate people surrounding him. So our role in the children determines so much what the children will be in the future. That's why we are talking about us graduating relevant person to the society, because you have to coach, you have to mentor, and make sure that the baby follows you what you do. And as a parent, how do you do that? You have to be very, very intentional. We mean that when you're joking around the child, know the child picks up the jokes as well. anything that you do, the child picks up without you teaching. And the child will do it without limit, because he does not know any other bad side of whatever it is doing. So parenting is actually a ministry, but many parents are excited about the multiplication part of the ministry without knowing the grooming part of the ministry. You have to do so much to groom. Yes, you have to do so much.
It's a conscious act. I say it should be a conscious act. Yes, don't just do it because you're just doing it. No, be very conscious about what you do, what you say, the way you react in front of a child is very, very important. Yeah.
Yes. So proper parenting actually shapes the physical, the emotional, the social, and the intellectual development of a child right from the stomach, right from the womb. So when a baby is in the womb, we start training. We have to start talking. That is where we have to start talking to that child. Yes. Baby, don't say much. That is it. When the baby is maybe kicking so much because the baby is uncomfortable, it's a call. You have to say, please, I'm sorry, I've overworked you today. Let me rest. You start communicating with
baby, I've overworked you today. Let me rest. Stop kicking me, baby. Be nice, baby. Baby,
Mama,
you're going to be a great man or great woman in future. So behave yourself.
You have the point.
Yeah.
So and the gynecologist that you are, you understand why the baby should kick. The baby that signs of mistake. And you start talking to the baby right there. You establish the link, the communication between the parent and the baby at that time.
Do you know that, Mrs. Kanyi, do you know that there's a study, a medical research that was done, and they took, I think there were 6 women who just had babies. Those babies were just the very day one of their delivery, and they put these babies and they asked each of the mother, which record did you really like to dance or enjoy listening when you were pregnant? And they had gotten this record already. Now they start playing the records. It was so, that's where you understand that what you are saying is very correct. That those babies in there, they listen, they understand what we are doing, right? And they started playing. When they play the record that I used to enjoy, for example, you see the baby starts, making movements. Your own baby, the other babies are sleeping. The other babies are quiet. And your baby still starts moving. And it was the same reaction for all 6 babies. All of them reacted to their mom's best music. So it's just to tell pregnant women that be careful. As Mrs. Kanyi is saying, it doesn't just start when the baby is out. It starts when the baby is still in your womb. What message you transmit to that baby? What are the type of music or songs you listen to? What are the type of things you like doing when you are pregnant? Oh, you'll be shocked that baby will grow up, and those are the things the baby will like also. Yeah, I think that's right. Yes, Mrs. Kanyi. Welcome, Edwin Wiseman. Welcome. Glad to have you. Rachel, true. Better be late than never. At least you are not too late, because we really started late. We started at 4:20. So that's fine. You're on time. Yes, so let's continue, dear. Let's continue. Yes, Mrs. Kanyi is our guest. The very guest we had last week. Chidina, you're welcome. Thanks for watching. Siaka Awa, thanks for joining us. We have the same guest last week, our educationist, the beautiful Helen. Helen, that's my mom's name. That's my mom's name. So I love all the Helens. So minus the fact that she's my friend, my sister, my whatever, she's also Helen. So she's my mother too. So we are still having her here today, and we're going to part 2. But if you're just joining us, we are trying to summarize what we did last 2 weeks. And last week, there was no show last week because we had another event. So we are continuing today. And then I think that's okay for the summary. We just move on to the part 2, right, of what we want to do today, which is more of the action part of this whole thing. We've all understood how important it is to be a parent. It's a monkey see, monkey do type of thing. So be careful what you do near your kids, what you teach them, and so on and so forth. Okay, over to you. Please don't forget, like, share, and this is a topic that concerns every human being. Whether you've not had a child yet or you have a child, this is important. She told you parenting is not just for those who have children. So long as you are caring for children, you are a parent. So invite them, like, love, share. Yeah. Over to you, Mrs. Kenny.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago, when we listened to Mrs. Tima, she was decrying the present state of adolescents in the society. The delinquency, about teenage delinquency.
Yeah,
what I love about what I love about what we are doing now is the tender age, the ages before the teenage. The children are not, they are not impulsive. They don't feel like they have rights. These ones are ready to follow you. It's just like blood following veins. They just want to do what you do. So they are ready for any kind of correction. It is true that some of them once in a while ask you 1 or 2 questions, but the formative years they are ready to follow. That's why we say they're like blank sheets. And whatever impression you create is going to stay. So how do we parents create that impression, those impressions that will help our children to stay on the path? Our children to be the kind that by the time we are graduating them into the society, they get relevant. You know, if we are crying so much waste in Cameroon today, it is because we are not sending out relevant persons. We are not sending out the children who fit into the society and do what we want. Okay. Now, it is the first thing that we have to do, which is very, very natural and obvious, is the love. That every child needs somebody to love. Accept it. But every child, love in fact, is by default everything that every parent should do. But there's something else that we call tough love. Tough, I mean, when you love the child, you do everything for the child. Tough love, tough.
Yeah, tough love.
My God.
Tough love.
The tough love is that one that yes. You manifest, you show love for the child, but you make the child where you think that the child is wrong, you give the correction. For instance, a child who tells you, I slept late, I cannot get up in time to go to school. You love the child very well, but you have to slap that child to get out of bed. That's tough. It's not hatred. You are not beating the child because the child, Mommy, I will not go to school today. I did not do my homework. Madam will be very hard on me.
No, you don't tolerate
what will Mommy do? You don't tolerate. That is tough love. You love the child, but you say, my baby, you have to go to school. Let Madam, why didn't you do your homework? You failed. And because you failed, you have to bear the consequence. Let the child at that time begin to know that my mom loves me, but there are certain things that she will not allow me to do. My dad loves me, but there are things that I do not. Yes. So you sow the right seed so that, and on time, so that you harvest it at the right time. If you don't stand with this policy of showing them tough love, it's love. When you show them that tough love, they have peace. They know that when Mommy does not complain, means that I'm right. Mommy loves me quite all right, but if she doesn't complain, okay, the child has peace. The child now has security back home. So for the love, I'm not going to talk to parents because I know it's by default that every parent loves the child. The next thing that we have to do is to accept.
No. See, Mrs. Kanyi, every parent loves the child, right? But not everybody knows the tough love.
No. Yes, not every parent,
because that's why a lot of children may go astray, because their parents tend to tolerate even what they don't have to tolerate, because they assume they love the child. So, no, my baby don't know, baby just there are so many parents, especially these young parents today. The young parents today think because they say you don't have to hit the child, you don't have to do this. Children have their rights and so on and so forth. They tend to tolerate so many things that doesn't have to be tolerated. So I think we have to focus on this tough love thing we're talking about. It's very, very, they should know that it's love, but it's a tough love. Yes.
Every parent is supposed to love, but you know that you exercise the tough love when the child is not supposed to take what he should not take. When the child is supposed to do, I mean, if it means take for instance that a child who has an assignment to do a particular chore in the morning before going to school. He leaves for school and he's about to leave for school. He just called back. Junior, come back and do your work. You've not mopped the floor. Mommy, I'm late for school.
Yes.
If I have to. You say no, you are doing it. That is tough love.
Punishment in school.
He knows that you love him. I mean, that every time that yes, let him go. Let him do the punishment back home, and then in school you are exercising love in a different way. Yes, and there are even times that you can punish a child in the house, maybe either to mop, to clear the yard, mow the yard, and you even meet the child to do it and say, "Do I hate you?" You will be crying, say, "No, mommy, do you know I love you? Yes, you are my best child, but I want you to do this because I want your future to be bright. I want you to be a successful person." That is tough love. Yeah. It is not, no, let the child not do this kind of thing. It will not retire. It will instead, it's a springboard for him to fly over. Okay. Can we now move to the next one?
Yes, next one. So now we've heard of tough love.
The next one.
Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. Today we've not been translating anything, you know. I just got carried away, and with a delay in our, I don't know, francophones. Bear with me. Just understand the English just for today, because there's no we can go and start again from beginning, you know. Let's just keep going. We'll just do everything in English. Yeah, at the end I can just summarize if possible. We'll manage it, we'll do it in English. Yeah, they will manage to understand.
The next point that parents have to take very seriously is acceptance. You accepting your child the way the child is.
Okay.
Many of us parents, when we dream to be parents, we want a boy, I want a girl, I need a tall, a slim girl, beautiful girl, whatever. And then when you get to the hospital, what comes out of you is a boy when you really wanted a girl. And some parents drop their countenance. Some parents feel bad. And it is not only there, it continues even to the home. This girl, this is number 5 boy. I wanted a girl, I wanted a boy, I wanted. Instead of you accepting your child as a gift, God has a big bundle for you. He wants you to take what he has given. And you, a gift is supposed, you are supposed to appreciate the giver through the gift. And then handle the gift well, so that the giver should be happy.
And yes, you have to. That's where cultural issues come in, you know, because most often we find women reacting or people reacting like that because of the culture. When they made you understand that if a woman don't have a male child, it means that marriage, you are not sure to last in that marriage, you will leave. So it puts these women under some stress that by the time they are pregnant, they are dreaming every day that this should come out a boy. And when they go to hospital with a girl, then it's like, why? Then you see some parents. I mean, I've been in a hospital. I've been there when I was at BMRC hospital, and this man had triplets, 3 girls. And then the wife came again and gave birth to a girl, 4 girls. And this was the 5th child, the 3rd pregnancy. And when he came, we're so happy to let him know that, oh, your wife just had a baby. I said, baby girl. In fact, he couldn't hide his emotions at all. He just turned his back and he walked out of the hospital. We only saw this guy 2 days after. He said, he told me he needed time to digest that it's another girl. What am I doing? You know, that's how bad it is. That's how bad, because they make some of these men understand that. They make some of them understand that if you cannot have a male child, it's because you, the man, you are weak. Or the woman has a problem. They forget the gift of God. And
let us encourage our sisters to know that culture do not give children. God gives.
Exactly.
God is the origin of children. He gives. Cultures don't give children. So whatever God gives you is the best for you.
It's the best for you. Yes. And we've seen families that they have all girls. And what those girls are doing is far more than what boys could do. We've seen families that have all boys. Those boys are cooking. They are doing everything a girl can do in a house. So, as you say, culture doesn't give children. Please take note and inform others. Accept whatever gift God gives you. It's a gift.
God, it creates beauty in the heart of that child. When you accept your child the way the child is, Instead of you say this child with this long head, oh, my beautiful child with a specially shaped hair. You know, if the head is funny, you don't need always to say fat head, long head.
To remind
just say
him,
the head is special gift with this head that only me I can have. Go to the world, I will not see two heads like this. This is the best for me.
Not at all.
The child feels accepted. The child feels, you don't talk about long legs. You don't talk about the child being funny. And then it builds confidence in the child to the extent that, take for instance that you have a girl who is very tiny, very sluggish, and then the friends, maybe they call her broomstick or those kind of things. But if you tell her you are my favorite slim girl, you are the best girl in the whole world. So even when the friends at school will, even when the friends will say, well, you are, look at your legs like dry season corn, you'll be able to say, I'm mommy's best.
Yeah. Say no, I'm my mom's best baby. I'm more best.
The child has that confidence to flow on because you are fed. Yes. So
what you are saying is very important. That's what they call the power of the tongue. You know.
Yeah.
Even the way you use your tongue matters. If you use your tongue to say bad words, those bad words will follow that child. If you use your tongue, say good. I remember very well. And like you can remember in Form 1, I was quite plump with, this big skin is not today, it's long ago. And my brothers in the house, because I was like a girl among so many boys. And my brothers were always, where? This fatty bobolo, they call me fatty bobolo. It means you are not just fat, but you are bobolo again on top. So it's like two serious things combined. And I was like, why? I came to PSS, like I was just 10 years old. But I was so thick that I had fat even around breast when it was not breast. And then when I got home in Form 1, first time, I told my dad, I love you, I'm needed at school that I'm fat. He said, you know what? You know why you are fat? Because of good living. If anybody tells you are fat, say signs of good living. Your dad is taking care of you. It's because you are well taken care of. That's why you look like that. And that boosts my morale up in a way that when you say Fatty Bobolo, I just put my hand like that. Signs of good living. And I overcome that Fatty Bobolo name.
You see what acceptance means? Yes. It builds self-worth and esteem. It builds self-esteem in the child. And the child is able to face the world. Okay?
Yes.
Can we move on?
Yes.
The next part, next thing.
Let me read some few comments before we move on. Zida says, good day, beautiful ladies. Exactly, God is the giver of children. And Venus says, exactly, we always need to make the children feel special and loved. And then Rachel is saying that the topic, Dr. Feel Good Inside Out Talk Time, this topic is good. It's so sensitive. I recommend part 3. Madam Kianyi, you are a wonderful person. And then I was a victim also. Yeah, I was a victim also, doctor. I mean, with like people, giving you names. Exactly. We always have to make our children feel special and loved. Yeah, those are just some comments that have come in now. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thank God. Yeah, so that we have to think again about appreciating our children. Appreciating the children for what
very important. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Appreciate them for the every parent should make a conscious effort to search for what to say about something good in a child. You can say, well, that's when and where something was good. You try to praise, you compliment, you encourage. And what are the things we are appreciating? Little things. We are not waiting for big children who will go to fetch water or just the little day in the nursery school. Oh, you've come back. Your uniform is still so clean. I love that. Or even the boy, you get into their rooms. Your shoes are clean today. Junior means you're changing. The shoes look good.
Yes.
If your laces are on, your laces are on today. Don't always just look ahead. You have come back with where's the button? Where is this one? What happened to your shirt?
Why do you know? Like this? What happened to your uniform today? What happened to your uniform today? Talking about that, looking at it from a pediatrician point of view, we always let adults know that these children, they have feelings too. They have feelings, right? In as much as we, the parents, we love to be appreciated. People like compliments. If I say, oh, wow, Oh, Helen, wow, I like your hair. Who braided your hair? You know, that type of thing. You feel happy. The same thing, as little as they are, they also feel happy when you appreciate them. That's why appreciating children is very, very important. No matter what they do, as you said, no matter how small, try to just pick the good things that they do and hang on it and have a reason, a conscious
Exactly.
reason to appreciate them every day, every moment, whenever possible. And yeah, that's it. That's it. What you're talking is very correct.
Yes.
What you're saying.
Parents should be,
Yes.
you just sometimes you deliberately ignore the bad things that they do. The broken plates, the torn uniform. Look beyond the uniform that they've come back home. Look beyond the uniform. The
Yes.
uniform is torn, yes, but the hair is still good. The hair do is still good. The shoes are littered in the room, but the table is still organized. Don't look at the shoe, just look at the table and say, oh, your table is still intact. I love the way you arrange your books. I love you just appreciate. Let them feel like, oh, so there's something good inside me. You know, we earlier said inside every child is a unique individual.
Yes. Yes. That's right. Inside every child is a unique individual.
Yes. And you need to provoke that person to come up, but in a guided way. So you look, sometimes you just look beyond what you are seeing. You look, you motivate, you are working to encourage them, they motivate them. And with these special efforts that you make to praise, they're struggling to see that they do things that you praise them. They try to do, mommy, is this good? Mommy has my uniform. Mommy has this. And then you realize that you are instilling that spirit of appreciation in them. They too begin to appreciate you. They too tell you your meal is nice. They begin to appreciate.
And
they will begin to, they too will keep on you discussing.
That's why in Feel Good Inside Out, our slogan is bringing out the best version of you. Feel good inside out, bringing out the best version of you. That's our slogan. Because we strongly know there's a you that is hidden in you. There's an inner you that has to be brought out. And that inner you most often has been so silent because of the environment in which you grew up, or those insults or what you used to have as a kid. It makes you now grow up trying to suppress that inner you. And when you start doing like that to children, appreciating them at very young age, they start, believing in themselves. They start growing their self-esteem. And when you realize it, they start bringing that you that is in them. You start seeing it, and that's very good because you can use that to orientate the child living, towards his or her passion. When they know exactly who they are, yes. When they know exactly who they are, yes.
When the child knows that the parents will appreciate, you keep on changing for the better. They struggle to do things that will get your attention, so that you can praise them. And then you see they have some kind of healthy competition amongst them. Healthy competition. Them so that you appreciating the fact that the child even went to school and was in the school team, the fact that the child was able to come out to have an average, good average, not necessarily being the best in class. You are appreciating, and because you appreciate, they know that what they do, they are doing their best. They know that they can improve. You always tell them, oh, you had a 12 this time, you had a B. I know next time you have an A grade. I'm waiting for it. That is a sign of appreciation. So the child knows, see, before you know it, the A grade has come, because he's working to improve himself. He's working to gain those places. He's working even to encourage you, so that you should be happy, and that keeps them growing.
Yes. Because like I tell people, if the child out of 10 subjects has 4, congratulate the child on those 4 subjects and say, you know what, the same energy and concentration you had on these papers, you can do same next time for this, and this. And when you realize it, by 10 times the child is having all 10 papers because you appreciated something.
In that situation, you even go to a 4th subject. So, oh, you succeeded even in this geography, which many fail. It means you are good. So you had a pass mark in the cons. I could not even make it myself. This is good. The child say, oh, so even though I feel like that, there's still something good inside me. It provokes them. They work.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And affection is the next thing.
No, before we go to the next thing, remember very well the way we grew up. all our parents used to be first in class. All our parents used to be first in class. So they'll tell you, I was always first in class. What type of results have you brought to this? Like, why can't you be intelligent? That's what we went through, and that's why I'm saying that if you have to play back time, there are certain things that we used to do that we did in the past that we not want to do it today, because we know, because they had other ways of encouraging us, but there was that part of it that you had to be the best. It was like a must. You must be the best. Why can you not be? I remember Mrs. Kang used to be so good in English literature, and I wasn't that type of literature person. So it's like, why can't you be good in literature like Helen? Look, Helen Kang has this 18 to 19/20. We people, that's why most often the type of remarks we used to have. Then they just want everybody to be first. Whether they wanted us to be bracket 20 in first position, I don't know. But that's it. With what you are saying, I think the young parents are learning from this. That learn to appreciate any mark the child brings. No matter how small it is, appreciate that small. Because it's by appreciating little things that you get big things. Yeah. There's something good inside.
Thank you so much. That's wonderful. Our parents meant well. Our parents meant well, but they did not have the kind of word what we have now. They were not as open. So they thought that if you don't come out the first, if you come out first, that's when you will be Joe. That's when you will be this. They didn't know that you could do something else and still succeed in life. So we say that there's something else that parents do, something else that parents very often neglect, and that is the affection for their children. Affection is love in action. To hug a child, to kiss a child, to touch, to toast, to lean on. These are things that parents had. But I love Dr. Feelgood Inside Out. She's so gifted in that. I don't know that she knows it. She loves hugging people. She loves touching people. She loves, and that brings in a kind of attachment between you. You care, you love, you touch, and it makes, no matter the color, no matter the size, every child needs to be cuddled. Every child needs to be hugged. Every child needs to be touched or embraced, no matter where the child is born in the world. Once you carry that child, you hug the child feels love. And many of us do it without saying. We always say, I love my child. How do you love you? It is love in manifestation. How do you manifest the love?
In fact,
how do you love the child? Just by saying the word?
No. Yeah. And even saying the word at times is so complicated for some people. What's so difficult to tell a child, I love you? I love. It's not. Some people say it's not in our culture to say I love you. I say, but it's not. If it's not in our culture, you learn it. If you know this can add something to the child's life, do it. What does it cost to tell the child I love you? Because for real, you love the child, right? But it's as if that word love gets stuck in the throat. In the throat, it cannot come out. It becomes like a big lump of popcorn, and it blocks here. And there's no way you can say, I want to say I love you, man. I love you. It grumbles in there, and you cannot come out with it. That's not how it is. That's not. We should learn to say I love you. Yeah. This is Kangi. This is Feel Good Inside Out, and in Feel Good Inside, the formula. This is your second time on this platform. It means we enjoy some record too. We enjoy some music. So we want to see if we can play something, and let's see if we can shake it a bit. Yeah, we can shake it a bit. Okay. Before we continue, because that love is very important. We're coming back to it. Yes. I hope this is nice. Where are my dancers? Where are you? For we are good. It's intentional. Never failing. I'm working for my good. It's intentional. All things is working for your good. Yeah. Things are working for my good. It's intentional. I'm not seeing you dancing. Ah, Ellen, you need to dance.
All right, let me dance. Let me do it out like this.
I'm working for my good. All things are working for my good. All things are working for my good. Yes, Michelle, dance. I don't have to worry. It's working for me. It's working for you. I believe it's working for us. It's working for me. It's working for me. It's working for me. It's working for me. I don't have to worry. It's working for me. It's working for me. Oh, wow, wow. All things are working around for our good. Our good as parents, right? If we put in the right effort, everything is going to work around for our good. Yeah, so welcome back if you're just joining us. Once again, this is Dr. Phil Good Inside Out Talk Time. And today we're talking about parenting, part 2, because we had part 1 some 2 weeks ago, 2 Saturdays ago. And we have the same guest on the platform, Mrs. Kiangi Helen, an educationist, teacher who has taught for more than 30 years. Presently, she works at the Delegation of Education, and she's loaded. That's not all. She's done seminars on parenting. She's done Christian parenting. In fact, there's so much in her. Yeah, and we are so blessed that we have her today to at least come and throw more light on this topic and help us parents, especially the young parents, to learn, and the old parents to undo some of those things that were already done. You know, most often in life, if you want to learn, they say you have to empty your cup from water to fill that cup. But unfortunately, most of us, we don't want to empty the cup, and we believe that we cannot change. That's how I am. That's how I function. I don't change. You know, that people tell you like that. This is why I bring up my children and nothing can change it. They try to be so radical, but at the detrimental,
detriment of the children.
Yes. So that's it. So we are talking about affection and love, and this is very, very important because, as I said earlier, these kids, they have emotions like us adults. Just like you meet an adult, he hugs you. Just like an adult will kiss you or tell you how beautiful your dress looks like, how nice you look, how welcoming you are. The same thing for those kids. What's so difficult to open your hand like that and just take the child even by the side, or just massage your hair, just send your fingers, and that touch is very, very important. It's one very important means of communication. You may not say it in your mouth, but your actions can prove it. But remember, yes, I know we Cameroonians, I don't know about other Africans, that word "I love you" is very heavy to come out of our mouth. Because why? Our minds are polluted. Well, think about "I love you," only think about that other type of love. That love that can finish tomorrow. We are talking about genuine love. You love your child forever and ever. So why not open your mouth and say I love you? What's so difficult in saying I love you? So that point, affection, Helen, is very, very important. I think you should say more again about that point so that I can sink deep
Yes.
into our subconscious mind. Yeah. Yeah, over to you.
Thank you so much. We thank God so much for the waves. It's in our favor today. And I also want to appreciate our viewers. Somebody said there should be a part 3. I think we are looking forward to that. The next, we are still talking about affection. And we say affection actually meets the psychological and the physical needs of any child. When you hug a child, when you touch, when you lean on, the child actually feels fulfilled, because the child, children who have a lot of affection, they live healthier. Those who are confident of where they are, because they need somebody to lean on, actually, not just physically, but also in their hearts. And the fact that you open your arms for a child to lean on, that child feels like, so I can rely on you. And the child is also open to tell you his own worries. As children, he can complain to you about his broken bicycle, about missing pen. Those are very serious issues. As you are thinking about your Mercedes Benz, that's talking about his own little thing. So the affection makes the child, they need somebody to count on.
That's right. That's right.
The child has his own little things, his torn shoes or something. If it is the one, the age that had to run to say, Daddy, my shoes are bad. Then yesterday I spoke, Daddy was angry. I don't know what to do. The moment you come and offer the arm, you can like, oh, so I cannot express myself. So you see, that is love in action. You make the child know that I love, you hug, then the child now can open up and flow. I mean, open himself and pour himself onto you. That is what they need, because you can even understand. He has now the psychological balance to say, what is happening to me? Like the teenagers, when they find changes on their body, some are really surprised what is happening. But when you don't complain, you keep on hugging them the same. They say, oh, so I'm still acceptable. So I'm still looking good. Those who have pimples bursting out of their faces, they have the deep voices changing. It's like, what is happening? Puberty crisis. Yeah. Am I okay? But when you go on showing love, that affection, it is, oh, so I'm still myself, so I'm still reliable, so somebody can still count on me. And with that, you see, it moves on. The child has confidence, and he is ready to teach anybody anything, to say anything, because he is confident that he is okay. That goes with affection.
Loved. That is love by his parents.
Love in action. Love in action, not just giving, but you are also bringing the child psychologically closer to you. The child feels like, I am okay, I'm fine, and then it flows on. So it is something that we need to do. And of course, if we need to love, parents need to love themselves so that children should copy. We earlier said they live by observation and imitation. If there is never a day that they will hug mommy, the children know that hugging is bad. If you don't lean on, they know that it is bad. Why are you doing it to me? But it becomes a common thing in the family. Then they are free. They know that is their lifestyle in the home. And everybody flows that way.
That's normal.
Yeah, moving on.
Don't have a second thought. Don't have a second thought about that.
Don't have a second thought about it. Yes. Every Christian home has this tremendous opportunity to change models, to change and remodel the world through love. Because some of the children that are outside creating atrocities are children who have never been shown love. They don't know what it means to love. Yes. They don't know. There are people who lack it from the home. So the base is from the family.
Yes.
The base is at home.
I met someone. This is just like a testimony. I met this young girl who happened to bump into her like that somewhere, and I mean, she was just there. I tried to find out what she's doing here and everything. To cut a long story short, today she's my child. She's already a married woman today. But I remember some 15 years ago, he told me that I've never seen somebody love. I didn't know people can love others because I never received any love from my parents. Anytime I'm passing through the parlor is for them to criticize me. Get away, look at your bemben food. He says, so I grew up not knowing that somebody can just love somebody like that for nothing. And why are you caring so much for me? What you don't even know me, you don't even know where I come from, you don't know. So I'm like, it truly, and what you are saying is very pertinent because when you grow up in a house where there is love, you don't imagine that there is no love somewhere else. So when you listen to
You
stories
don't
like
even
that, it's like, yes, I was so shocked when she said that in the beginning because I wasn't too open to too many people to hear, from like coaching people. So I was like, so are there homes like that where he said, yeah. He said, Mommy, if you need to, I don't even know that maybe amongst us, we are 7 of us siblings. We don't know, don't have affection for anybody. If I pass here and I
that is
see you, you fall, I just pass. He said, I'll not even help my brother up because they've never told us that we even have to do that. And I was so shocked, so shocked. So what you are saying is
parents.
very, very pertinent.
Parents have the base.
Yes,
They have to build the base back home. They have to build it and let the
yes,
children, as we say, children learn from imitation. As you do it, they copy
yes.
from you.
Oh,
The
yes,
love flows. It becomes common. They
yes.
don't go searching for it. And it will be terrible
No.
for you if your child has to say, this person showed love to me for the first time. So I had to
Yes.
follow up those kind of things that youths are, these kind of atrocities now. Some youths are doing it because
Mhm.
nobody has ever expressed love to them. The parents have never
Yes.
done it. The parents
Has
failed to
never
show
done
my
it.
daughter. They've never done
Mhm.
it. I've spent my money. Look at what you have gone and done on your hair. You don't want to say that hair
Mhm.
do is the hair is not like it's not good, not the what you wanted. But there's a better way of saying it. You've gone
Saying
and
it.
wasted my money. Go away with it. Go away. Those kind of so it traumatizes the child
Very
and makes
harsh
the child
words.
not, yes, very harsh
Mhm.
words. So we have to cultivate it back home to make the home habitable,
We have to
lovable, so that they
cultivate it.
can come
Yes.
and live it. Yeah, we have to cultivate it
Show affection to your
and
kids. To summarize
show
what you just
affection.
said, show affection to
Yeah,
your kids, love them, hug them, caress them, use good
exactly. Lead.
words, tell them you love them, tell them how much you love them,
Exactly.
tell each one of them is the best because each one is unique. Each child
Each
is
one
unique.
is
So
unique.
then you are the best, you are my best, I call it bestest bow. You are my bestest bow, you are my bestie. Everybody is a best. And in that
My
case,
number
you make
one.
them feel that affection, and as they grow, they too start showing that affection to others out there. Yes, they'll not be trapped in funny things because, as you say, a lot of these adolescents is because they didn't have that love at home. So when they go somewhere and the boy says, I love you, guess I love you, I love you, they just follow blindly and they are gone. Then the parents are screaming,
They've
oh, I
never,
sent to school, what
they've
is
never
that? What
seen
have you
that
done?
before.
That's right.
You
That's
see,
right.
somebody lift you up and say, oh, so it can happen like this. It has never happened before. Love,
Mm.
show affection, build it back home. Build so the children should let it be part of their life. Let it become a lifestyle so
Oh,
that every other
yes.
person from the home country. Yes. We are
Oh,
moving
thank you.
forward. We are looking at
Yes.
different methods, different ways that parents can use to pick up, to build, to get into the
Mm.
hearts of their children. And another way that we should try to see what we can do to bring the children is by us being available. I know this is a difficult demand, but it's equally very, very, very important, and we can make it work. Being available.
Mhm.
Parents who are always on the move. Probably you are not idle, yes. You are moving around maybe to look for means that the family can put food on the table. But the few moments that you are at home, are you with them or you are with friends? Have we ever created? I mean,
Oh,
we are
yeah,
talking
with your
about
phone. Oh, yeah, with your phones.
oh,
Oh, yeah, with your phones. Or your television.
I saw, I saw something that the mother was sitting at one side with her phone, the father at his own. Then the child saw somewhere and said, maybe I was downloaded. The child is feeling as if because nobody has,
It's just feeling
parents are
neglected.
available. Yeah, parents are available, but they are
Mm.
not making themselves available to the children.
Available
We are
to
not
the children.
parents in this 21st century. It is really difficult, but it's not impossible.
Very, very.
Do we have
Do you
time that
imagine
do
that?
parents, especially parents who work out of home, that the time that you're at home, you say, I am only for my children. You don't receive guests. Does that happen? That will receive guests, you say,
No.
no, today I'm not going out. I just came. Maybe it's the kind of daddy who works out of town or mommy works out of
Down.
town. When you are back home, are
Mm.
you with the children or you are on your television or you are on your laptop or you are really playing with them? And when we say play
Mhm.
with them, can you play season with your children? That's not childishness.
They come.
You play cards.
In.
If you play with them, you are not being childish. You are just making yourself available. Let them feel that
to play Ludo with me.
Yes.
As I bought Ludo. My children want to play Ludo. That they don't know. I cannot play like them. Can you imagine? You put cards. They look at it. I said these are things we played.
The point
because what you are saying is
should avail yourself to the extent that when the child comes and says, "Mommy, please button my shirt for me." Go away. Have you not seen Sophie? Go and see Sophie to button the shirt. That child is not blind. The child knew that Sophie was there, but wanted just a touch. Let mommy do it.
That affection.
Then you drive. That affection. The child wants that affection. Daddy, please lace my shoe. You say, am I the one to lace your shoe? Go and see this person to lace. The child has chosen you for a purpose. That's availability. You are making yourself available to your child. Yes. Are we okay? Yeah. We say that.
Yeah, we are okay.
It's not a good sign to say, go and see this person to do it. Go and see. We are talking about the tender children. Go and see this person. Go and see, because the child knew it. And when you say, don't you see that I'm busy, I'm doing something, go away. You mean to say that what you are doing is more important than that child. When a child rushes into the room to say, mommy, look at what's happening to my head. Go and show Anna. You mean to say that what you are doing is more important than that hair, that issue. Maybe you don't even know what's happening. You don't know what the child is feeling. But you check it. You say, go to this person. You are effectively at home but absent because you are not availing yourself to the child. So we have to avail ourselves to the child. Do the things that
I think this is as important as the affection or the love that we talk about. Your presence. Time spent with the child, listening to the child. The time spent with the child is as important as loving the child or showing the affection. Because you can show the affection, but you never sit down with the child to listen. There's this couple, I heard them saying that, I think they're evangelists, both of them. They say on Thursday, they've been married for what is 35 years. But every Thursday for them is they call it family day. It's on that Thursday we don't go preach, we don't do anything, we don't go and preach. God knows that Thursday is for us and our children. And you plan activities for each child, for the family. So they say we call it a family day. And we try to respect it as much as possible. And he said that has really helped the children grow into who they are today. Because they had time to listen to them, play with them, discuss with them, listen to their worries, try to find solutions, spend time outdoors, just like indoors, discuss a lot. So I think that's another thing we need to adopt. Every parent should try and have a family day, whether it's for a few hours or it's not a whole day, but at least try to create that time. And during that time, all the phones are off. All the phones, especially the young children who are still growing. There's the reason I'm hanging so much on these talks on juvenile delinquency, parenting, because I'm so worried. I'm so worried about the generation to come. Because what I'm seeing today is like, how is tomorrow going to look like? How is tomorrow going to look like if we don't try to educate those today so that they can be better parents for their own children? Then there's going to be real problem in this world. There's already problem, but things going to get worse. Because you see a child is in the house and texting the parent in the same house. You are sitting in the parlor together and you're conversing through text. Well, mommy, did you do this? You reply, no, I didn't. And it's even just less than a meter from you. What style is that? They'll tell you this is replacing the human. Maybe modern, but yes, the human touch is disappearing gradually. And by the time it goes on, then that affection we're talking about will not be there. Okay, continue, my dear. Any other thing you have to say?
You see, you discover that children who grow up with grandparents, they have more, their grandparents are more, those children are more stable in their than those who grow up with their own parents. Because they're more available. They avail themselves more. My baby. The grandparents want to give their best. In as much as we cannot do that, but the fact that they are always there. makes a difference between the parents and the grandparents.
Yes,
And the big difference between those children who are brought up by them and those who are brought up by the parents who seem to be too busy, rushing here, rushing there, only giving instructions, calling on the phone. That replaces the human touch, which we think that must come back. As long as that human touch is not there, the children can. How do you think, if you are at this 21st century, you are too busy, how do you think the world will be in the 22nd century?
Where, my sister, that's the question.
We have to download children. We'll download children.
Yes, we'll start downloading children. We'll download children. Yes, everything we download. We'll download pregnancies. We'll deliver children through softwares. Yes, we start downloading everything. It's very, very serious. Remember, like we used to attend rallies, and during our rallies, you know, it's an international organization, and you meet people from all over, right? And you meet even a Japanese. You give a Japanese your phone, you just say photo, and it takes you with a smile, and you smile, it takes you picture. But now when you go for rallies, everybody has this stick, a selfie stick. People just buy selfie, and you are passing on, you are praying for somebody to tell you that, please help me, take me a picture. And somebody is just the selfie stick, just take himself a picture, and he's gone. And people do now selfie direct with their hand like that. They don't even care. And at times I used to stop and ask, do you want me to help take you for a picture? Oh, that's fine. Okay, thank you. And then they'll give the phone, but they don't, that spontaneous demand is no more there, because they know I can do it. I have my selfie, I can take it myself. And that's no longer there. It's no longer there. Please like, share the video. Please like, share this video. Like Zida is saying, this is a powerful message for parents to listen. So enriching. Yeah, that's it. Because it's enriching, we need to share. Rachel says, okay, no, she was saying that she's in her dancing shoes. Yes, a lot of them were dancing. That's good. I know my dancers who are always here. Yeah, this is the world today, Android generation with parents. Yes, Android, but we have to cancel that Android when it comes to family life. That Android thing has to end out of the home, because if we let the Android take over everything, then I mean we'll soon become robots. You know, we're not different from objects that you just press and the robot will walk. You know, we need to come out of that. Yes. Yes, Mrs. Kiangi, we don't have much time. We don't have much time. So perhaps, as I said, there may be a part 3. I don't know, because this topic seems to be really interesting. There may be a part 3, but let's see where we can. Yeah, well, what you can add for today, one last thing you can add for today. And it's already 1 hour, 1 hour, 7 minutes. Yeah.
1 hour, 7 minutes. Yes. The one last thing that I will talk about is the parents, us being accountable, accountability. Okay. Accountability is giving an account of the things you do. It's not only in financial terms. It is exactly something to train a child to know that whatever I do, whatever I have to give an account of it to somebody. Yeah. Yes. And accountability is so difficult because it's very difficult to train a child, because it has to start from you. You have to be accountable yourself before the child copies. Yes. And you, like when a child comes back, it's not you are not just interviewing to know how was your school day. The child has to give an account of what happened. Yes. That is accountability. What happened in school? Or you send a child somewhere, when the child comes back, the child should give you a report of what happened. You send me to auntie's house, I met auntie, she asked me to greet you, she gave this. That's an account. And any child who is not accountable, who does not give an account of the things he does, becomes wayward. So parents should know, and they themselves should start by being accountable. It is more open when it comes to finances. Financially,
everybody knows to give account for that. Yeah.
Everybody knows. When I started, when I got this and I started introducing it in my own family, my children were like, "You are mad. What is happening?" When I send you to the market with 5,000 francs, and you come back, I expect you to tell me what you bought for the 5,000. Don't tell me the money got finished. No. What did you buy? I need to know. I bought granules for 300. I bought this, and then where is my balance?
That's it.
You may time came when they were like, something is happening, but I had to make them know that it does not stop you from using your initiative. If you get to the market, I discover that the list that there were no tomatoes on the list, there was no sugar on the list.
You come and tell me that you bought. That's it. That's exactly what I do.
For yourself. Yes. You see a ring, a bangle for yourself, buy, but let that go in your list so that you give me the account of what you did. I went to market with 20,000. This is what I bought for 19,000, 1,000. I may not even take the money. I may
you say this is. I have 1,000 left. Then your mother can say, okay, stay with it. You know, but you need to show me that change. What is 25 francs? I need to see.
Let me see it and know
yes,
left.
Yes.
I need to see.
Important. Yes.
You see, when we start, it's not only financial. Let our children be able to give. Like now, we and this side of the country, things are really so bad for us that at every one time you have to give an account of where you are going to. You give your itinerary to your family members just in case.
Yes.
If you happen not to come back, they should know good. They should know which quarter,
what happened,
which area.
Yes.
What happened?
Yes.
And we will not. You don't stop our children from visiting friends. You not stop your children from going to wherever when the things are good. But they should at any one time know where they are. That's accountability.
Yes.
Mommy, I'm going to visit my friend at a career. So that when if you hear something happen in career, you ask, were you in Madagascar at the time this happened? Were you at Bemasi or Bunamusadi? It is not I'm going out. How do you go out?
That's
into the air.
That's what I wanted to say. That there are some parents, the child just say, I'm going out. You say, okay, going out to where? You are going out to where? The reason you are asking is not going to stop the child from going out, but you just need to know. Because when Mrs. Kanye is talking about accountability, it just ties with responsibility. You are indirectly bringing up a child to be responsible for every action he or she takes. So to be accountable is just giving a rundown of what you did, your activities for that day. And this accountability is very important, even in marriages. Even in marriages as couples, you have to be accountable to the other person. You don't just do things and just why do you want to know? It's not necessary. No, it's necessary. It's not that somebody is monitoring you or whatever thing. It's just part of living as a family. So accountability is very important. Tell your children, no matter how young they are, they should start being accountable for everything they do. Is very, very important. Why do you choose to wear this instead of this? Mommy, the reason I'm wearing this is because your child not wear anything and just jump out. Yes, we're in the modern world, they are following mode in quotes. As parents, we don't have to oblige them to only what we want. This is their time, this is their area. We have to be flexible. But at least they should tell me why you want to dress like that. To go, why you want this way? Yes, I think that's still being accountable. Yeah. We're having some messages here. Oh wow, a lot of people just joined us. You're just joining us. Once again, this is Dr. Feel Good inside our talk time, and we have a special guest today, Mrs. Kianyi Helen, a friend, a sister, and an educationist, a mother of so many. And today we're talking about parenting, and this topic is really, really interesting. And I see a lot of love-like signs coming up. Yes, this is part 2 already. Last week, we want to thank God for one thing, the network of today, because we've managed to go almost to the end smoothly. Few hitches, but at least it's been good. Last week and last 2 weeks we fought. It was not easy. Thanks Imma for joining. Thanks Muna. Oh wow, the family is all here. Vivian Ba, guess who is there? Vivian Ba is watching. Thanks V. Oh my goodness, that's another classmate of ours, another wonderful sister, all the way from Baltimore. Vivian says, very good advice to parents. There are a lot of things we take for granted. Love shown to a child is important. Good job, guys. Thank you. Rachel says, the part 3 will be very important. It's very important. Oh, Rachel, you need a part 3, right? Yeah, for sure. We'll surely have a part 3. And the part 3, we want to have your questions. Please inbox or send us questions under this video. Tell us what you think, and I'll read it during the next session. I'll see if I have any person booked for coming Saturday. I'll look at my calendar or some check. If there's nobody for this Saturday, then we'll get Mrs. Kiangi. If she's available, she's such a busy person. Apart from being an educationist, she's a businesswoman. She's an agriculturalist. She reared fishes. She's also written a book. You just wrote a book on what, Mrs. Kiangi? The book, you just published a book.
Yes, the core of Christian parenting. The core of Christian
parenting. Well, yes. I mean, you need to get that book. If you are here in Cameroon, you need to get, how can we get the book? Because I think that's going to be very, very interesting, because when I see Christian, I am a born-again Christian. I'm a proud born-again Christian. And for sure, I would love to read that book. So where can we get it? Where is it sold all over in Cameroon, or it's just in Kumba where you are?
For now, we have it in Kumba. It is co-authored by myself and Veronica Ajong, whom you know. Vero Tamba too is written by the two of us.
Oh, yes, for now it is another schoolmate. Wow. Yes. So where can we get it? Even in Kumba, if you have to send someone to buy it for you in Kumba, where do you sell it? Where can people find it?
We don't give our phone numbers. We have not yet had a shop, but we still don't supply it. So
fine. That's fine. I think the easiest way, anybody who wants it can mail me, can inbox Feel Good Inside Our Talk Time, and I'll see I can link you to Mrs. Kiangi Ellen. Yeah, how much is the book? Okay. How much?
We give 2,000 francs.
2,000 francs.
2,000 francs.
2,000 francs safer. That's less than $4. Oh yeah. So for the American people, there's so many American people watching here. There's British, so pounds. We will not mind having even £4, right? For that, we don't mind having $5. So whatever it is you bring is to support this work that she's doing. I'm sorry, when she told me the other day that she's wrote a book on parenting, I'm like, so it's not by chance that I choose you to come and do something on parenting. You know, I believe everything is divine. I'm in a prophetic church, and in a prophetic ministry,
everything was for good.
Nothing happens for nothing. Everything happens for a reason, and for a good to those who believe in him and trust him. So we are so happy to have you, Madam Kiangi, today, and to summarize to what we just said. I cannot give a real summary, but I think there are certain things we said, which I'm going to summarize. We talked about those who just joined us. We talked about tough love. You know, we're trying to see those type of ways that you can do to better parent a child. You know, because you're not just a parent, you are a coach, you are a mentor to this child, and you need to show love. Love, every parent loves the child. Nearly every parent, not all, because we've heard of people who brought children to, want to kill their own children or sell their children to make money. We know, but those are exceptions, but the rule is that the parent always loves the child. But she talked about tough love, which is the hard love. You know, this is not good for your child. Don't just allow the child do it because saying you love the child, you don't want the child to feel bad. No. If you know this thing is good for the child is supposed to be at school at 8 o'clock and he leaves the house at 8:30. You punish the child. You say, this is not correct. You have to be at school, or whatever the child does, which you know is not good. Don't try to pet and flatter the child, no. So she overemphasized on that particular type of love, which is tough love. Secondly, accept your child the way he or she is. Each child is unique. We are all special. We are all different, and we carry something special in us. You know, the you that is in you. So accept the child the way he is or she is. Try to understand the child the way he or she is, and work with that child in a particular way. It's not the same rule that holds for every child. No. Each child has its own way that you need to use to parent the child. And another thing she emphasized a lot is appreciating your child. Try to see something good in whatever the child does. Appreciate. Tell the child how wonderful he is, how beautiful, how hardworking, how courageous, how caring. Whatever sweet word you can use. The power of the tongue. Life and death is in the tongue. Use your tongue correctly. Don't use your tongue to throw insults at this child. Look at you, useless thing, stupid child, foolish child. There are some of those hard words that we use, and that finally has a very negative effect on the child. Be careful the type of words you use. Show affection, and this affection is verbal, is tactile. That's touching the child, feeling the child, hugging the child, kissing the child, caressing the child. The child will lean on you, whatever it is. show affection, show affection. And when you show affection, we also need a verbal affection. I love you, you are beautiful, or you've done good, oh, hardworking boy, hardworking girl. Use all those words. Show affection. Another thing she said, be available for your child. Try to be available. We are so busy these days, too busy, and at long run we end up losing our child. How many children have become drug addicts or prostitutes or gays or lesbians just because we didn't have time with these children? Listen to your child. Be a listener, not always a talker. They also need somebody to lean on, to listen to. Listen to these children. They have so much to share. And if you don't listen, remember, in the beginning you said the child is like a shrub, that follows the direction of light. If you don't listen to them, they'll go and listen to the wrong people. Obviously, they're peers. And when they start following them, because nowadays children stab their teachers, those are things that used to happen in the developed world. They're even in us now, where we thought that upbringing was already very good. We see children going back to such, actions, which is very, very bad. And then she finished by talking about accountability, being accountable. So, Helen, Mrs. Kanyi, I'm so happy, music. I'm so happy to have you on today, and it's been a wonderful show. And I know you yourself, you're very happy because you're so disturbed. You're so disturbed that, last week it didn't go the way we wanted it to go. Please don't forget, share this video, share it. People need to hear, people need to know what's happening. And to close Feel Good Inside Out, I want to thank all of you who follow me. You sacrifice your Saturday to come here with me. There are some regular people here that, they've never missed any Saturday. I don't even know how. It's like they fitted Feel Good Talk Time like one of their activities on Saturday, and they are very, 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 very present. They respond. I'm seeing like there's so many. If I call names, I may miss some, and I'll be in trouble, and I don't want to be in trouble. I love all of you. You are all my children. So let me be a good parent. I love all of you equally. Yes. So Mrs. Kanyi, I thank you so much. I'm taking you out of the platform, but stay connected, because in Feel Good Inside Out, we dance as we separate. We need to dance before we call it a day for today. Thanks so much. May the good Lord continue to bless you and give you more wisdom so that you can impact many more lives in Jesus' name. Yes. Yes. So that's it. So we'll just see what we can dance. I hope it's a danceable one. I hope it's a get us any music there and let us dance. Yeah, are you there? Feel Good Inside Out. Oh, Margaret, Akume, thanks for watching. Glenda, thanks for watching. Yes. Oh, no, not too good even. Just click on it. Yes. Hey! Rasha, why are dancing shoes? playing around. Make me wanna know. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Bounce into the white. Woo! Ah. Oh, we need to call it a day today. We need to call it a day today. Thanks so much for watching Dr. Feel Good Inside Out Talk Time. Rachel, Yolan, Venus. I hope people have been dancing, all the other dancers. I hope people have been dancing. Cleo Reyes. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. I missed some people though. Ari B. Smith. Thanks, Selan Zele. Thank you for all. I know how much you love me, and I love you more. Remember, I love you so much, but God loves you more. Thanks for watching. Feel Good in South Talk Time. See you Saturday. Bye bye. Yeah, 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 yeah. Wow, bye. It's done for Didi.